So, hello everyone. This is Denise with D Marie Jewelry DMJ. Okay. And today I am trying out something different because I wanted to take these beautiful buttons I have, okay? Really pretty, and I wanted to make them into rings. But I don't like when they have this big shank right here. So this is just too big. So I thought, why don't I try to fix this so when I want to make a ring, it's not so big. So what I've come up with is this. Let me show you a perfect example right here. So what I did was I took my, this is a solder iron, okay, and disclaimer, you must be very careful with this. No children without your parents. You need your parents to have supervision. Everybody must be very cautious of this. Extremely hot. Okay, so I'm going to take these and make them into this so that I can wire wrap around it, but I want this to be able to stay. So what you do, I'm going to show you what you do. You take your cutters and you're going to cut this shank, this little button shank. It can be any kind of plastic with the hot iron. You'd be okay. And you want to have good ventilation also. It doesn't smell that great. You don't want to cut too much. You want to have maybe about, can you see that good? Right about there. You want to have enough there to work with. There we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this hot iron and I'm going to bring the button up to it. And I'm just going to lightly move along here. Can't see what I'm doing. And I want to make a little edge right inside of there. Gonna make a little edge just really quickly. And the idea is to give that, make a little groove so you can put the wire in there. Okay. So I'll make sure there's enough groove. I'm gonna have to go this way. Takes a little finesse, and there we go. Now I've got a groove. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, and you'll need a glass top too. You want a glass top to work on. I just happen to have one here. So I'm making that little groove so I can wire wrap. Put the wire right in there. Okay. Make sure you go as straight as you can. And don't go all the way through. Alright, next thing you're going to do is take the button and you're going to put one side of the shank right up to that and melt it down and then get on the glass and push. And what that does is it makes a little groove right here so that when you wire wrap around it, it's going to stay. Then you do the other side. You gotta be very careful now. And just push on the glass fast as you can. And see how that made a little edging there? It might not be, let's see if I can fix it up. Yeah. But it makes a little groove right here, and here. Make sure I'm always out of the camera. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah. So now I have a little groove here and around and on the inside. You can just keep playing with it till you get. Put it on iron and push. Okay. That's all you should need. Now you can also use a little glue after you're done putting the wire on and everything. And what you'll have is this, okay? you'll have that. And you can put some glue. And this is going to wire wrap onto the wire when you make the ring. So I'm going to do it again. Not good breathing this stuff in. Alright, so you're going to take this and then cut. Now this one's shorter, so I'm going to be real careful not to cut too much off. Oh, see, now that came out. Okay. So here we go again. I'm going to take it up to the button and going to go over that way and make a line in there. Just going to make a groove. Okay. Going to do it again. Make that groove. Okay. And I also got to keep the junk off the iron. Okay, clean it up. Alright, so now I'm going to, once again, I'm going to take the one side, put it on there for a second, and smush it down. See how that made that? Hope you can see. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other side. Just take it, heat it, and push it right down on the glass. And what that does, it makes your shank shorter, and now you can wire wrap around it, and this little edge right here is going to help it stay. Now I also have the sunshine button right here. It's real pretty. And I thought, wow, that'd be great to make into a ring. But like I said, the shanks are too long. I don't like it. And I'm just going to clip these off. Just like that. Once again, I'm going to take that. I'm going to make that groove. And try to go as straight as you can. So I keep going. There we go. And this is the quickest and easiest way to do it. Here we go. Alright, now I'm going to take the one and then push. See how that made that? It's making an edging, so when you want to put that wire on there, it's going to stay. And then push, and there we go. Now your shank is shorter, and you'll be able to wire wrap around it. You can still put some glue on there just to make sure it stays. But that way it won't be sticking off the ring this far. It's going to just stick off the ring regular. Just like a bead would stick up. Okay. So I'm going to do another one. Okay. And I don't want to keep filming this too long because I have it plugged into my extension cord. Should probably have it plugged into a wall. But right now this is all I have, so I'm going to try to go straight as I can down there. Kind of keep an eye on what you're doing. Just like that. Okay. And once again, watch out. See how pretty these buttons are. They will make some beautiful rings. So I'm going to take this side, smush. Just like that. I'll do a little bit more here. Smush. Oops. Okay. Now I'm going to go this side. Smush. Okay, I'll do one more. All right. This one's not cooperating for me. There we go. So now I have a little groove here. I'm going to make another groove there. The black plastic seems to work the best. Okay. All right. So that's it for now, and then I'll come back in a minute and I'll show you how to make the ring. All right, so thanks for watching. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Now I was searching for some gold wire that was thick enough, and I actually didn't find my gold that was thick enough. Usually I like to use a 16 gauge or 18 gauge wire. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So this is an 18 gauge wire right here. It's nice and thick. It's really good for making rings. But I want the gold to match with the plastic buttons. Okay. So that's why I'm going to go with the 20 gauge. And this part really is only to make the ring portion. Usually I will only wrap 2 times with the 18 gauge, but with the 20 gauge, I think I'm going to wrap 4 times, maybe 3, just to get the right amount of tension I want on this wire, because it's really not ideal. But for this sake, I want to make sure you see how we make the ring. Okay, so you got your ring mandrel, okay? And when you start making your ring, and these are really small numbers on here, usually use a plastic one for making rings. This one's for pounding and hammering on. So I think I'm a size 9. So if I want to make a 9, I have to start out at 10. Okay. So I'm just going to take my wire on 10. And it's going to start wrapping around about, I'm going to do 4 times with the 20 gauge. Okay. So I started at 10. Going around 4 times. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to leave some. I'm going to leave some off the edge because I want this to come together, and then I've got to wire wrap. And I'll make sure this is tight on 10. Yeah. Okay, so because I want to have some to wire wrap, so I'm going to go around again here, make sure I have enough to wire wrap. All right, and that should be plenty. Number 10, 10, 10, 10. So then I'm going to take my cutters, and I'm going to take, now this is about, let's see, I got a measuring right here. That's about, let me get zoomed in here. Okay, so got that wire's about 2 or 3 inches. We'll say 3 inches you want. That'll be enough. I'm going to cut it right there, okay? So I got it on my 10. Make sure I get my wires straight. Okay. And I got it crisscrossed just like this, okay? So I'm going to take it off. And I'm going to take my fingers and I'm just going to hold them wires like that. I want them tight, but I want them also like that. Okay. So now I'm going to take this wire right here and I'm going to start to wrap it. Get my pliers here. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to start to wrap it around. Keep those flat now. Okay, then I'm going to take that and I'm going to wrap it. Going to take it and wrap around them 4. One. Going to flatten them back out. Okay. Flatten them out. I don't usually have to do this much work if I have the right gauge, but like I said, I want this ring to be good quality. I will make sure it stays together. So another second wrap. Okay. And go up for the third. Okay. Now I'm going to do that on each side right here. And I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut it right here. And I'm going to bring this loop up. You want your cut to be up so that when somebody wears the ring, you don't want any sharp edges when you're putting the ring on right here, okay? You don't want that. So you want to put them up. You want to get that and tuck it in. Tuck that in the best you can. So when you run your finger across, you shouldn't feel nothing sharp. And we're going to cover that up too. Okay, so now you got your other portion here. You got this wire right here. Okay, so now we're going to take that wire. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Use your pliers if you need to. You're going to do 1, 2, This takes some time and finesse, and you can do it. There we go. 3. Once again, I'm going to cut up and bring that up and around. And we're just going to tuck it in. Okay, good. Very good. Now we're going to put it back on our mandrel and see where we're at. See, we're at 9.5 right now. That's okay. Okay. Because if I used the other wire, it would have been better. And right now I'm just going to turn it and straighten it. And turn it and straighten it, and turn it and straighten it. So I guess we're going to be more at a 10. But I haven't finished wire wrapping yet. So now we have our ring. It's about a 10. Okay. And that's with 20 gauge. Now I'm going to take one of these buttons that I made. And Now this one I'm gonna set aside because this is not the one I want to use right now. Because this is one I did before, and I did glue it down, and I'm waiting for it to dry good. I don't want to, so I'll take about that much and cut it. Set that one aside. What I want to do is make sure I use one of the ones that I made the groove on, which I just showed you how to do, and then has this little gap here. So I'm going to get my wire, straighten it out. Okay. And now I'm going to get my button. Okay. I'm going to take, now this is 24 gauge wire I'm using here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wire, I'm going to go around and put it in that groove that I made around the buttons here a couple times. Okay. And I'm going to go in the middle part, wrap around there, because like I said, we made this groove up here. And I'm going to wrap around and go inside this one. And I've never done this before, so we're both going to find out how it's going to turn out together. Okay. Just going to try to get that wire in the middle. I'm going to wrap around like this. See, I don't know. So, actually, I need to leave more wire here. So, I'm going to take it back out. Okay. I'm just going to start again. What I have to remember is to leave enough wire so I can wrap that. Once I got the button piece done here, I can take it and wire wrap it around here again. So let's start again. Okay. So I'm going to leave enough, about 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to go around. Going to wrap around the outside and get in those grooves that I made. Just like that. And push that wire down so I get in there good. And it looks like it's pulling a little bit, so maybe I'll try going inside this one. Okay, so I got it wrapped once. So while I do this and try to get it where I want it, we did get some snow yesterday, but we just got a dusting so far. That's it. Thank goodness. But my husband says the rest is coming later on. Okay. So I'm finessing it in there. Trying to get inside the groove there. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut it here. I'm just going to leave some extra. Okay. Then I'm going to go around this one. That one got in there really good. This one's not looking so great. Let's see. Pull now. trying to get under there. I'm trying to get way under there. Okay. And I'm going to try to wrap around. I'm going to go one this way and go one this way. Okay. All right. So I got that much. So to be on the safe side, I did try, on this one, I tried the B7000 glue. It's actually feeling quite sticky. I don't think it's, I don't know, it seems like it's gonna hold. But I'm gonna use the E6000 this time on this part. And the part is I have to get something to poke. And disclaimer with this glue, you need a good ventilated area for it. I would suggest if parental guidance for children. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just put this glue on over it. And I'm just going to let that dry for a minute. It's for extra protection. So once this is dry, so I really don't have to wait, I'm just going to center this right here. What I'm gonna do is put it right in between those two spots where I made the two right here. I'm gonna put it right in between. Hold it there. Okay. And I'm gonna take one wire and start wrapping. I'm just going to put it right on the side of the other wire. Still looking kind of high up. So what I'm doing is I'm wrapping along the edge. Okay. Now I'm going to take this one and do the same thing, come up through. This time I'm going to go where that space is. There's some wire here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take these wires and I'm going to try wrapping them. I want to pop it off. seems loose. What I might do is put some more glue here, but it is in between where I needed it. Okay. Set in there real nice. All right. I think I'm just going to leave it and let it dry. Okay, so what we're going to do is cut. I'm going to cut this up. And bring it so that this wire goes up. And tuck it in. Up and tuck it in. Okay, beautiful. I think I'm just going to continue to wrap on this one. I want it to look as even as I can on each side. Okay. So this one went over a little too far. I don't want it. I don't want that down. Okay. I'm going to try it on and make sure it's not going to cut me or nothing. Looks pretty good. Looks like it can go up a little now. Push, push, push. All right. There we go. There we go, you guys. We got a ring. So let's see where I'm at. See it better from here. So I'm about 9 3/4. And that was using that button shank. And it's wired in there. It's wired on there good. I'm really pleased, but I'm just for safety reasons. Just gonna put a little more E6000. E6000's getting quite old. I don't like touching anything with that. Okay. So I'm just gonna put a little dollop here. There we go. So I'm gonna let that dry now. Okay. And I think we'll do one more. Okay. Clean off my hands good. This one's got a little bigger shank to it than I made here. Okay, so where did my wire go? Oh, I have an update. Okay, so in the last video, I was showing you how to make the earrings. And I said I wasn't going to do any gold earrings. And so now I had these gold ear wires before, okay? But when I went to open them, okay, if I opened them too much or twisted them too much, they would break. See? This one's not breaking, but some of them did. I don't know why. So I didn't like those. And so I did order new ones, and I got them in here. I got them right here, I mean. And this was really nice. It has a little card, and the company is DIY Unique Boutique. DIY Ear Unique Beauty. And it says, hello, thank you for your order. PLS. I guess that's please. Do keep jewelry findings in sealed pouch after DIY it. If jewelry findings is oxidized, you can use silver polishing cloth to clean it. They did give me a silver polishing cloth. That was nice, that came with that. And to clean it, we will propose you the best solutions if you have any problem. So it's nice they put a note in there. I don't know what that means. Propose a solution. But whatever. Okay, so these came with the ear backings, rubber ear back. These are great to have. And they are marked, I think they're marked 925. What I can see on them is 925, but they're gold. And they said they were silver, copper, and gold. Yeah, so what I can see on it, I think they're marked 925. But they're hypoallergenic. Okay. And I will be changing them out to do my gold earrings. So I'm so glad I have these now. But I wanted to check also to see how well, if I was to take them like this and open them up, how well they turned. And let me tell you, they turn a lot nicer. They turn out a lot nicer. So I'm going to be using them from now on my earrings. If I sell them too. That's very important. Okay. So that was it. And if you want to find those, they are on Amazon. It's DIY Ear Unique Beauty. So I'll give you a screenshot of that. Ear Unique Beauty. And they came really quick. They said they'd be here the next day. They were here the next day. So I'm very happy with that so far. All right, so on to the next ring, you guys. We'll make another one. So I need my 20 gauge wire, which this wire, this 20 gauge, I was gifted. I did not have. And look at it all. So I might as well make some rings. Okay, so this time I'm going to go to 9 because I don't know why it didn't work out. It should be, maybe we'll go 9.5. I mean, this is a different gauge of mandrel. It's a different mandrel than I used to using. So I want to make sure I have at least 3 inches of wire. Keep going. There. That's where I want to start. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put it this way. And then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to wrap it. I'm going to go 4 times so that I have overloop, which leaves me 3. Let's see what I got here. I do have 4. I'm going to do 4. One more time. Okay. And notice a lot of people usually have really fat fingers, and one reason I'm finding out through making rings is people tell me they're on medication, and the medication makes their fingers fatter. I don't know. I mean, I see all different size fingers, but I'm noticing a lot of bigger ones. Okay. So I'm just going to cut it off right there. We're starting 9.5. Going to take it off, hold it tight. Okay, I'm going to go over and wrap. Like this. Straighten it. Use your pliers if you want to. And once again, this is 20 gauge, and like I said, I normally use 16 or 18 gauge to make rings, but since this is gold and there's gold finishes on the ring topper, that's why I'm using that. Okay, so that's good enough. I did 4 wraps. Sometimes you only need to do a couple wraps or 3 wraps. I just want to make sure it's wrapped really well. Coming up, I want to tuck it in. Push it down. Make sure I'm in camera really well. I'm really trying to stay in camera for you. Okay. Alright. So once again, I'm going to, I will make sure I leave enough room to go in between here. Yeah, you can also use your hammer. I don't have it up here right now. It's really inconvenient for me to be doing my Deamery channel in the wrong room. But like I said, with this cold weather and my other area is not heated, and I would have to, I can run heaters out there, but it's just it would take so long to heat up, and I don't want to be cold while I'm waiting, and it just takes longer. Okay. And I'm up to 4, so I'm just going to cut upward like this. Alright, I'm going to get the ring manual. Now you use this to reshape your ring, okay? I want to reshape it. Let's see where we're at. This time it worked out. So with this one, I have to make sure I'm at the half mark instead of down here at the 10. Usually start number ahead, unless that is 10, unless this was supposed to be 9. I don't know. This is new one for me, so I don't know. So like I said, I'm just going to turn it and keep shaping it. There we go, perfectly round. That one fits a lot better on my middle finger here. Alright, so now I'm going to get my ring topper here. Let's see if I can be able to push that down in there. Yeah, looks like I will kind of be able to. Okay, right in that spot. Good, okay. Alright, so now I'm switching back over to the 24 gauge wire. Okay. Alright. Now I have to make sure I leave a couple inches off the side to wrap. So I'm going around the middle section there. I'm going to try going around the middle section here on this one. Try to get in that groove that I made. I'm going to push it down. Okay. I'll wrap around a couple times. Okay. Get my pliers. Push it down. Alright. I have trouble with my plastic pliers here. These are some of my favorite ones, but they have plastic bendy here. That's not working out too great. Alright, so back to the ring. I want to make sure, bring it down. Okay, so I'm going to get my E6000 out again. Okay. Going to put that on around it. And okay. And so I don't know if I showed this, I didn't show this here, but for the E6000, I have this little, it's one of those baby wipes, you know. And when you have E6000, a lot of times the cover will get stuck on. So you take the baby wipe on you take baby oil on the baby wipe. And you just put that on and clean off your glue. And once again, you must have a parent with you to use this glue. There's directions on it. Mine's leaking out the side. It's really old. So I'm let that dry a little bit. Clean off my hands good. And you just save that baby oil inside a plastic container, Ziploc bag, whatever you want. So now I'm letting this dry a little bit. I have my fans going. Make sure I have good ventilation with this glue. Like I said, I tried this other glue. It seems to be drying quite well. It's looking good. I don't think it's going to pull off easily. Got it wire wrapped on there. Alright, now I'm going to get my cutters. I'm going to cut about 3 inches. Okay. Going to take my ring and I'm going to make sure I put this in between those slats. So get right in there. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take this and wire wrap around. Once you get it set, it'll be alright. This one's not doing it for me. Okay. And the button is turning on the outside. So I'm just going to try to get this side wrapped now. Well, I've never done these before, so I thought I'd give this a try, and this one's not going so easily. There we go. My pliers so I can pull. You just take your time. Eventually you'll get there. So, I don't know, maybe it'd be better to stay in there. Okay. I want to get that side done a little bit more. Push this up. Keep wire wrapping it. And I'm going to cut this one up on the upside. Make sure it's on the upside. Tuck it in. Okay. I'm working on the other side now. This one's not staying so well. So this might be a fail. I mean, like I said, I've never done it before, and this one is turning on me. So I'm going to try to take some wire here and what's left of this one here and try to wrap around it. All right. Well, I got it. Let's see how this one's doing. Now this is a lot more sturdy. It's got the glue. The glue is drying nicely, and that made it a lot more sturdy. That one looks really nice. Alright, so the glue is making the difference to make sure it stays together. So I'm going to put some more E6000 on. I'm going to put some E6000 on this one also. I'm going to let that one dry. Get my baby oil back out here so I can clean this good. Don't want to get any glue on my pad here. This one turned out real nice. That one set in properly. What I'm going to do is push it in there as much as I can. So let that one dry. So I still have all of these to finish. So I'm going to work on all of these off camera. I've even got this cute little fishy here. And maybe next time I'll leave the shank on. Maybe I could try to just flatten the shank and leave it whole. Might be better. Maybe like get the hot iron and just push the shank and try to melt it down, but keep it all one piece. But I will update you on how it all turns out after I get them all done. I'll come back and we'll see how this one dried good, if it worked good, if it keeps it tight. Okay, but they're just plastic buttons, so like I said, I don't know how they're gonna fare. I don't know how well they're gonna stay together. It'll be a test. I might test them out first and wear them for a while and see how they wash if your hands get wet. I want to try out all of that. That's how particular I am about making my jewelry. Okay? And so that's it for now, you guys. This is Denise with DMarie Jewelry DMJ. Subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing. Try different things. I'll try to make new ideas. Maybe I'll do some old ideas. Okay, that'll be fun too. And I will make bracelets and necklaces in the future once I get back to my room where I want to work. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.